Hi, everybody. My name is Timothy Mitchell, and I am the Practical Printer. As usual, I have guests. In this case, I have two guests. I have Jorg Schuurman, who is the Sales and Marketing Manager for arguably one of the very finest calendar press manufacturer companies in the world, Klieverik. Jorg, welcome.
Thank you, Timothy.
And then also I have Aaron Lunsford, who is Aaron. What's your official title? But I know you're a service guy because you're on the road.
Yeah, I'm the field service engineer for North America for Klieverik. So
Yeah, I thought it perfectly appropriate that the service tech engineer would be driving.
yeah,
Exactly. Driving
I
on
mean,
the road.
on
on
the
the
road,
road
always
again.
on the road. Right. And if you're
Yeah,
not on the road, hey, I can't be with you. I can't talk to you. I'm with a customer. So
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
Yeah,
perfect we caught you this way. And that brings up one of the things I love about your company, particularly as an American, is Aaron is right here in the Atlanta area, but you have people like Aaron who are super high skilled who can not only install the presses, but also train you on them, explain how everything works, and service them, which I think, I'm starting with service first because, in a way, I think service is terribly important and overlooked. And anybody can bring anything in from anywhere and anyone can sell anything. But the question is, can you train people how to use it effectively? And can you service it when it goes down? Those are two absolute prerequisites for me, and that's one of the things I love about your company.
and I think also, yeah, we are in Europe, where the machines are manufactured, and yeah, we need somebody in the US to service all the machines. So direct contact with the customers in the same time zone.
Okay. Now, staying on service a little bit, I know that you guys also you have some partnerships here in the United States. Do you want to talk about some of the partnerships? Because I think they're really important.
Exactly. Yeah, we partner with resellers, and we recently have appoint Media One, which is a long for long years. They are our reseller, but they are more or less now the distributor for North America.
Okay.
Good thing about them, they stock machines, they stock parts, and they have also 5 technicians who can service our equipment.
Marvelous. So you have Aaron plus five additional?
Exactly. Aaron is the main
and here in
because
the
he,
U.S. Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
he is certified to do all the maintenance and also the difficult maintenance when needed. So, and he can train people from Media One, for example, to yeah, to bring them also to a good service level.
Okay, fantastic. Well, that gives you what I would consider true national depth, to be able to sell. And it's great that you have printers here. Excuse me, not printers, calendar presses. My fault. You have calendar presses here in the US available. And then you have people all around the US that are within a fairly short distance that can um, install them and train and service them. And I think that's really important.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most important, in my
Uh,
opinion.
Although they don't need that much service, but we have so many
No,
installs
right.
in the US that's and also we have customers running machine from 2006, so
Yeah,
almost 20 years old and still running.
right.
Yeah, they
So
don't
you
want
Still
to.
running
manufacture
like you.
everything in Holland, right? You're a Dutch company, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. So we
Okay.
produce them in the Netherlands. So we buy the parts in at companies around our factory, and then we assembly in our house. So
Okay.
it's 100% Dutch made.
All right. Well, I'll say this. I have two things. One, I think the calendared press is without question the most important component in any dye sublimation workflow. So if you're going to do dye sublimation, where everybody generally fails or has issues is usually around an inferior or a poorly engineered calendar press. And second, that was my own personal experience when I got into the field a long time ago. Was We didn't have much money. We skimped on the calendar press thinking, what does that matter? That's like, it's the printers that matters.
Yeah.
Well, the prints were perfect off the printer, but the calendar press was a mess. And ultimately, I had to search around to find somebody to bail us out. And guess what kind of piece of equipment they use? That's right. They use a Klieverik.
Okay.
And I said, note that mentally that I should have bought a Klieverik in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
think
correct.
that's a common story,
Yeah.
actually. I think that's a die sub story that
Exactly.
lots of people are aware of.
No, well, that's also when something happens up front in the printer side or in the paper side, something went wrong. It appears in the heat press, and that's why we always get blamed when something went wrong, because there you
Yeah.
see the output. And then, the first question is to the customer: is it always happened with the same textile? Is it always what did you change? Everything. Yeah, and then
Right.
finally we find out, in 90%, 95% of the cases, it is something changed up front. Cheaper paper, for example, or more ink. They bring more ink on, but that's most of the time not necessary when you use a good heat press.
Yeah. Well, I also see a movement in the industry to try to run thinner and thinner paper, right? And the one key thing I tell people with a thinner paper workflow is, what kind of calendar press are you running? And and if the answer isn't positive, I think you should probably maybe stick to the heavier paper. I think you're going to have, because I don't think you can run thinner paper effectively without a very high quality calendared press, and you guys make one of the absolute best. I have a close friend of mine across down the road here in Atlanta, and he loves his. He couldn't be happier. He has a 3.2 meter, which is exactly the one you guys are going to bring to the show, and he loves it. And one of the things he said is it's super reliable and it's super easy to use.
What I
Because he's
always
new to Dicep.
What I always hear from customers when I'm visiting them, they ask me, "What are you doing here?" I say, "Well, yeah, just you are a customer. I want to visit. Want to hear if everything is okay. If you need more capacity is enough." So it is the machines run as good. Nice that you are here. You get a cup of coffee, but your problem is you make them too good.
Yeah, there's nothing much to do after you install them and train them.
Nope, there's very little maintenance to do on those machines. So and they run, they're tanks. And they run forever.
Yeah. So last thing, you guys are going to be at the Printing United show. By the way, I am running for mayor of Print United, so I will be asking for your vote. Many people have asked, how do you vote? And it's really simple. You just think well of me and smile, and that's it. It gets tabulated. It's a cosmic thing.
The question I
Oh,
have
you're going
for
to be in
you,
a booth. Tell me your
Timothy.
booth number.
Okay. Our booth number is 1548. I will be there. Aaron will be there, and our CEO Rob Verver will also be at the show. Everybody is most
Fantastic.
welcome to visit us. Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to be bringing the 3.2 meter.
Actually, it is the ship arrived on the 14th. So, and the machine is in the truck.
Oh, you're cutting it tight.
So it will be delivered direct to the show on Saturday. So and Aaron will be there Monday morning to set up.
Okay. Well, I am 100% optimistic that it's going to go fine. And if you need any of my contacts as existing mayor, I'll be happy to make a few phone calls on your
All right.
behalf.
Thank you, Timothy.
Yeah.
I will count on you.
Sometimes the electricians who hook things up can be prioritized with incentives.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Traditionally speaking, large corporations can't engage in the type of incentive program we used to. So that's within my bailiwick. Those are things that I handle now.
That's good. Good to hear.
Yeah, I have a classic patron structure, like like Tammany Hall kind of thing.
You got to grease the wheels a little bit.
Anyway,
at the shows.
I'm looking forward to. Yes, you absolutely you do. especially in Las Vegas and Orlando and Chicago.
Chicago.
Fellas, do you have you have a huge portfolio? Obviously, this is just a kind of a run up to Printing United, which I want to see you all at the show, and I encourage people definitely to come to the show. Oh, we lost. Oh, Aaron's back. I encourage people to come to the show, stop by your booth, see you all, see your products, speak to Aaron, speak to you, Jorg. And I'm a huge fan of your products. I think if your dye sublimation is a huge growing part of the industry. I mean, it's probably the largest growing part of the industry, along with DTF. And you're like the core piece of equipment that makes it all work.
Yeah, that's what we know. The soft signage is still growing. We have the SEG frames and so on. Also, our booth is built out of it, so you can see everything what is run over a calendar in our booth. And also, our neighbors is Coldenhove. We're sharing the booth with Coldenhove, so they show the great papers. So
another great Dutch company with impeccable paper.
Exactly.
So a nice pairing. I'll be looking forward to seeing what paper you're running at the show. All right, thank you very much, fellas. Aaron, make sure that printer gets the calendar. I'll keep saying printer until make sure the press gets installed properly and the customer's happy. Jorg, thank you for joining us
for you guys.
Thank you for joining us from Holland, and I'll see you in about a week. Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Thank you.